for this segment, I want to discuss of the from the official Godzilla channel on YouTube of the Godzilla versus Hedorah fight. Yes. Um, honestly, when I first saw honestly, like I wasn't expecting too much out of it. It's a short film. It wasn't. I wasn't looking at it in a way where in which I'm like, okay, I'm gonna expect some freaking Final Wars Godzilla tier fucking effects here. Like I wasn't expecting that. I'm not. I wasn't expecting that they were gonna be filmed in in a a warehouse or like wherever they do their locations where they film. I wasn't expecting anything like that. Like I like we saw visuals of like what the fight could be. But obviously the fight was all right. I'd say it was all right. It wasn't really something spectacular. It wasn't freaking groundbreaking and shit. You're watching this to see Godzilla fight Hedorah for the 50th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Hedorah. But yeah, I mean, what makes this whole thing really, interesting is that they use the Final Wars suits. So honestly, I say it would have been cooler if they used if they made like a new suit of the 71 Godzilla and the 71 Hedorah suit. But obviously, the quickest way to do that was just using the Final Wars. And I guess in some ways you could kind of say that, oh, this is like it's sort of similar to like that canceled fight scene for Final Wars, like the promotional photos, like this photo, for example. This is the photo where they used that for like the Godzilla fighting Hedorah. Like there was more to it than just him blasting him away. Anyway, back into the Godzilla vs. Hedorah. The fight choreography was pretty neat. I honestly thought it was pretty neat. There were some shots that honestly reminded me of the modern Ultraman shows of how they're filmed and all that. Nowadays in Tokusatsu, particularly in Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Godzilla for this instance, they're always getting fancy with their camera works, their camera angles. They're experimenting. They're going out there. They're already using CGI for certain monsters and or just anything else like that. It's all upgrading and over time. It looks really good. It really does. But in the fight, I'm kind of gonna go into spoilers a bit, but basically in the fight, you see Godzilla and Hedorah fighting it out, duking it out, and they're going behind or in front of some buildings, and the buildings are in the way. They're fighting. You can hear them fighting and punching, throwing punches, like just throwing punches and shit. And then all of a sudden, you see a freaking splooge of freaking sludge shoot up in the air, and it's like, god damn, what the hell? That looks pretty cool. And then you see them fighting again, but then they go behind more buildings, and it's like, okay, that's a bit. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really. I was still satisfied for the most part. Okay, but those building shots were kind of annoying because we're here to see Godzilla versus Hedorah, not Godzilla versus the buildings of Tokyo. but but I digress. Honestly. But other than that, though, I still found it to be really cool. Seeing one of my favorite incarnations of Godzilla, come back, and it was honestly a pretty cool little scene here and there. So I honestly was pretty satisfied for the most part. But yeah, other than that though, guys, I guess my final thoughts for Godzilla vs. Hedorah, it was all right for the most part. There isn't really too much to say. Obviously the people behind this project, this short film, had a lot of fun. It's pretty obvious from the promotional videos that they've uploaded on the official Godzilla channel. So yeah, other than that though, this was a very, very this was a pretty cool little tribute fight for the 50th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Hedorah, and of course for Godzilla's birthday.